heavenly sphere linked to this fifth sacred sapphire is Mars, the planet Mars, and the part of the body is the left arm. Now, the sixth sacred sapphire, or Siphirot, is the Tiphareth, which is linked to beauty and compassion. The divine names invoked are Eloha Vadahath, which is God manifest, and Elohim, which is God. Now, the archangel linked to this sixth sacred sapphire is Raphael. Raphael means God has healed. Raphael is from the angelic order Malachim, kings or multitudes. This angel is one of the three great angels in post-biblical lore, and one of the seven holy angels that attends the throne of God. Raphael is also one of the watcher angels. Raphael is the regent of the sun and is charged to heal the earth and is the chief of the order of virtues. Raphael is the ruling angelic prince of the second heaven, the guardian of the tree of life in Eden, and a guide in Sheol. For those of you who don't know, Sheol is the Jewish underworld. Raphael is also the angel of repentance, the angel of love, the angel of joy, the angel of light, the angel of science, knowledge, and healing. Raphael is of Babylonian / Chaldean origin and was originally called Labil. All right, let's get to the corresponding archdemon, Belkefor, from the demonic order Tariga. Oh boy, I'm having trouble pronouncing this one. Tekirian, there you go, which means the disputers. The archdemon is the lord of opening, the demon of discoveries and ingenious inventions. When Belkefor is invoked, he appears in the form of a beautiful young woman. Belkefor was once an angel of the orders of principalities and was worshipped by the Moabites as the god of lasciviousness. Now, the corresponding heavenly sphere is the sun, and the part of the body is the chest. Let's move on to number 7, the Netzach, which is linked to firmness and victory. The divine names invoked include Jehovah Sabaoth, which is Lord of Hosts. Now, the archangel linked to this sacred sapphire is Hanael, from the angelic order Elohim, or gods. Hanael, or Haniel, is also known as he who sees God, and the glory or grace of God. Haniel is the chief angel of the order of principalities, virtues, and innocence. He's often invoked as an amulet against evil. Now, the corresponding archdemon to this 7th sacred sapphire is Baal, which means Lord or Master. Baal is the great king of the underworld in the eastern division of hell, and he is attended by 70 legions of devils. Baal manifests as a demon with 3 heads, the head of a toad, the head of a man, and the head of a cat. This particular demon was once worshipped by the Canaanites as the god of storms. Now, the heavenly sphere is Venus, and the part of the body is the right leg. Let's get to the 8th Siphirot, the Hod, which is linked to splendor. The divine names invoked is Elohim Sabaoth, or God of Hosts. Now, the archangel to this 8th sacred sapphire is Michael, whose name means who is God. Michael is from the angelic order, the B'nai Elohim, the sons of God. He's the greatest of all the angels. In Jewish, in Christian, and Islamic secular and religious literature, Michael is the chief archangel. Michael was once worshipped as a god and derives from the Babylonians, the Chaldeans. Michael is the chief angel of the order of virtues and the prince of the divine presence. Michael is the angel of repentance, the angel of righteousness, the angel of mercy and sanctification. Michael leads God's army in the war in heaven and defeats the rebel angels who, of course, are cast out and become demons. Michael is also the angel of the final reckoning and the weigher of souls. Michael is depicted winged with an unsheathed sword, the warrior of God, who is the slayer of the dragon. Now, the corresponding archdemon is Adremelech from the demonic order Samael, the false accusers. Adremelech is bearded and winged. Adremelech is the great minister, the great chancellor of the underworld, and the king of fire. Adremelech was once an angel that was overthrown by Uriel and Raphael in combat, of course, during the war in heaven. Adremelech is one of the great enemies of God. Adremelech is great in malice, great in guile, great in ambition and mischief. The demon is a grand hypocrite. Adremelech was once worshipped as a god by the Assyrians, and children were sacrificed to him. Now, the heavenly sphere is the planet Mercury, and the part of the body is the left leg. Now, the ninth sacred sapphire is the Yesud. This is linked to the eternal foundation of the world. The divine names invoked are Shaddai, the Almighty, and El Shai, the Mighty Living One. The archangel is Gabriel, from the angelic order Cherubim, the strong. Gabriel means God is my strength. Gabriel is one of the two highest ranking angels in Judeo-Christian and Islamic religious lore. He's the angel of the Annunciation, the angel of the resurrection, the angel of mercy, vengeance, death, and revelation, the preceptor angel. Gabriel presides over paradise and is the ruling prince of the first heaven and sits on the left-hand side of God. He is of Babylonian Chaldean origin, and Gabriel was unknown to the Jews prior to their exile and captivity in Babylon. Now, in Islamic lore, Gabriel is known as Hebriel and has 140 pair of wings. Hebriel / Gabriel dictates the Quran to Muhammad. Now, the corresponding archdemon is Lilith, the seducer, from the demonic order, the Gamaliel, the obscene ones. Lilith, of course, predates Eve and was Adam's first wife and the first temptress. The female demon has a slew of names. She is also known as the enemy of infants, the bride of Samal, the demon of Friday. Now, most demons are mortal, but Lilith will continue to exist and plague humanity until the Messianic day, when God will extirpate uncleanliness and evil from the face of the earth. Lilith, if you really want to know more about Lilith, check out our program, God Rock Radio number 26, for more information on the Queen of the Night. Now, Lilith derives from the Lili, the Mesopotamian demonology. All right, so check out our show on Lilith, God Rock Radio number 26. We did a show on the Queen of the Night, which is a very popular show and is very informative and tells you everything you might possibly want to know about Lilith. All right, now the corresponding heavenly sphere is the moon, and the part of the body is the genitals. All right, finally, we get to the 10th and last of the sacred sapphires, the Siphirot. This is the Malkuth, the kingdom, the diadem, the manifest glory of God. This is also known as the bride or the queen. The divine names invoked are Adonai, Lord, Adonai Melachek, Lord and King. Adonai Haaretz, the Lord of the earth. Now the corresponding archangel is Sandiphan, from the angelic order Asim, souls of flame. This is one of the great angelic princes, the Sarim. Sandiphan is the master, the Hazan of the heavenly song. He is one of the tallest angels in the celestial realms, and his head reaches heaven. He is the twin brother of Metatron, the archangel of the first Siphirot, the Kether, or the crown. This angel gathers the prayers of the faithful and makes a garland of these prayers. The garland then ascends as an orb to God. He is the chief of the seventh heaven. Sandalphon is instrumental in deciding or bringing about the differentiation of sexes in the embryo. So he has a part in the act of creation. Now, according to ancient lore, he is the feminine, left-handed cherub on the top of the Ark of the Covenant, and is in ceaseless combat with Satan/Samael. The corresponding archdemon is Nama, which means pleasing. Nama is the strangler of children from the demonic order, the Nemahoth, the Dolorous Ones. She is one of the demons of prostitution, the other three being Lilith, Isaheth Zenum, and Agarath Bat Mahrat. All four demonesses are the brides of Samael, or Satan. She is the great seducer, and even corrupted some angels like Uzzah and Azel. Her sexual power is unrivaled, and she can seduce men, angels, spirits, and even other demons. She is known as the great mother of the demons, and she is the mother of Asmodeus and many other devils. Nama also brings epilepsy to children. Now, the heavenly sphere linked to this 10th sacred sapphire are the elements, and the part of the body, the part that corresponds to humanity, is the whole body. All right. Whew. All right. With that thought, we're going to take another musical break. I need to have a cup of coffee and gather my thoughts here. This was not an easy segment to do. When we return with our third and final talk segment, we're going to take an imaginary journey, a mystic voyage of the mind, deep into the divine realms. We're going to find out what happens when the mystic traveler gets past the many guardians and obstacles that are thrown into his or her path. When the mystic finally manages to achieve the goal of the Kabbalah, the union with the divine presence of God. But first, some appropriate music.